afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. This is your girl MC. We are here today to talk about Validus. Welcome back, returning viewers. Welcome, new viewers. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, comment where you're tuning in from around the world. It's so wonderful seeing everyone commenting and where you're tuning in from. I'm not a financial advisor. Please invest what you can afford to invest. Also, this is for educational and entertainment purposes, especially educational. Today, we are going to talk about new changes in Validus. We have over 200,000 people worldwide. In addition, we are going to introduce you to the Trading Academy. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in. Backgrounder here. August 2021, Validus started the pre-launch, and then in March we did the official launch. Registered in the United States, Delaware, and also there's headquarters in Dubai on the 25th floor, right across from the Khalifa, tallest building in the world. Validus, the executive team, basically has combined knowledge of over 50 years altogether. We have Dr. Parwez Duad with a very, very big background of 20 plus years in business acumen. He has been a consultant in the crypto space for the past while and is offering his expertise. He's also a public figure, a mentor, and a philanthropist. We have the CEO, Howard Friend, Chief Executive Officer, market strategist, and also 30 plus years in the banking industry, and also a chartered market technician. Mansour Tawafi, he's the head of Vice President of Sales. This person has mentored many, many industry millionaires, and he's constructed many, many plans for multiple companies. Now, this is a wonderful executive team, and you are able to meet them on our many Zoom calls that we have globally. Validus Trading Academy, there are 8 levels of education. Nicholas Leonarda get into detail about this and talk about how it's developing. There's 8 packages. The least package is $50, basically a lunch to start off with. And the most expensive package is $10,000. And we'll get into the matrix shortly. With diversifying and our pooled resources of Validus, the executive team, and many of the founders invested $30 million of their own money to start off Validus and have starting capital. Now, Validus, not only with our money that is pulled together, it diversifies to maintain itself in 11 different industries. They are crypto, DeFi, gaming, Forex, nodes, NFTs, staking, equity, and pads. Now, it's not just one industry, it is many. Ensure that our stability is consistent, and that is what I depend on for my own investing, my own family, and also my community that has grown since June. Now, for example, any one of the 8 packages, we start out at week 0 and it goes to 60 weeks. And this is for anybody not wanting to tell anybody else or share that story. Basically, just purchase a package and enjoy the compound interest. Now, over 29 weeks, you receive back 100% of what you've invested into, and leave that money in there to compound, because with it compounding, the next key date is 45 weeks, which at that time with the money that you've initially invested turns into 200%. At 60 weeks, it's between 300 and 350%, just to be very, very conservative. Now, the rewards are earned weekly on Mondays by 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it allows you to set it and forget it, and do this with financial freedom, and know that without lifting a finger, it compounds for you. Okay. Now, for example, with a 10K package at week 29, the key date, you earn back your 10 grand that you've actually put your money into. And 45 weeks, 20 grand, which is 200%, and then 300 to 350%, 35 grand. Now I take that money and put that back in and allow it to grow again, and utilize some of this money towards trading with the education that we are going to touch upon briefly, or use it for any of the desired wishes of doing a vacation, a roof, your child's education, a basement, a backyard deck, you name it, whatever you have your heart's desires for saving this money for. Now, the payments and withdrawals, basically, the update time is on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it runs for a 24-hour period till Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or likewise 7 p.m. UK time on Thursday to 7 p.m. UK time on Friday to put in the withdrawal request from your cash wallet. Now, the withdrawal fee is 5%. And the withdrawal processing time is up to 48 hours. So we do that once a week on Thursdays. Now, this is really, really exciting, the Validus compensation plan. We have 6 streams of income in addition to the 2 to 3% weekly compounded. And we have active income, the 3 streams, which is a direct bonus, just 10% on each person that you send your referral code up to, and they do join. We have a network bonus, which is based on the binary compensation stream, and leadership incentives. Passively, we have a team renewal bonus. Anybody in your team down below, they re-register, you receive a bonus as well. And matrix residual, this is truly exciting, and the passive 30. The direct bonus is for all packages. You send your referral code out to a friend or someone that you're telling them about this amazing, amazing opportunity. Passively, right when they sign up and they fund and activate their account, you receive a direct bonus of 10%. And in your active wallet, you'll receive 70% of that 10%. And also in your passive wallet, which is called the passive 30, you'll receive 30% of that 10%. This is for all packages, and it's paid instantly. And you'll see that in your transcript there. Network bonus, it's based on a binary compensation stream. We have a left side and a right side for every single account. And basically at the beginning of the week, or on Thursdays, which we start, it starts again with a network bonus, and we see which side, which is the left or the right side, that is weaker, and we want to build that one side. So we set our referral tab to the left or the right and set it for that week to build and develop from. Now, with the network bonus, it's a maximum of 35,000 per week one can earn. And inside Validus, you can have multiple accounts. And if you're interested in earning additional income, in addition to the 2 to 3%, do contact me direct inside the descriptor of the YouTube below. Find my Telegram team and reach out to me directly. Myself, as well as my mentor or my mentor's mentor, will go over this in detail with you. This is for the large packages. This 10%, it's paid every Thursday. So that's something in addition to being paid the loyalty rewards every Monday. This is built up to earn the team renewal bonus of maximum earning potential for each account, 5xing that account by 500%. Validus pool and compensation plan. This is for the 60-week license. It stops once it hits 5x. And I myself have gone into larger accounts because the 60 weeks stopped sooner than the full anticipated 60 weeks passively because of the active team building aspect, which I'm asking you to DM me directly about. To continue earning packages, these will automatically renew when your money is in your cash wallet. This for each renewal in your downline, you also will earn, again, an additional network bonus of 10%. The matrix residuals, as each person, say for example, if you qualify into the matrix right here, you earn $1 daily from each member worldwide, globally, under you in the company matrix. Now, for example, you start off with a minimum $5,000 package in your account, or 10,000, this will qualify you. And directly to that one account, you share your referral code and you sponsor a total volume of $15,000. So on your left side and your right side, with your referral code of that one of account, make sure it all totals up to 15,000. That qualifies you for this amazing opportunity and the matrix. It's a 3x12 level matrix plan. So for example, you're here and someone from the Netherlands joins, you get an additional $1 every single day. Next person comes in from the Laurentians, so then you'll have $2 per day. Next person comes in from Vietnam, you'll have $3 per day. Next person comes in from Nigeria, you'll have 4 dimes a day, and so on and so forth. Now, there's only one company matrix here. We are currently on level 7. So all the people that are coming in, we're still on level 7 building it, and then we'll go on to the next level, which is level 8. So by this time next year, we should be earning $1,000 daily. Currently, I know 3 people in the group that are making $12 and $36 and $38 a weekly with their matrix plan so far. So it's building and growing. And it's global. So it's not individuals in your team, it's individuals that are added into this globally, worldwide. Now, the passive 30, say for example, you earn a $10,000 from your direct bonus, 70% goes into your active wallet, 30% goes into your passive wallet, and say we're starting with $3,000, it gets paid out evenly over 13 months. And directly with the additional bonus of 30%, say on $30,000, you'll receive in total after 13 months with this amount, $3,900. So evenly, consecutively. And in your passive wallet, you'll see how many months are being paid out for each person that you invite directly to your account with your referral. Ranks and rewards. We have a new ranks and rewards rank criteria. For example, we have J to start off with, which is 5K on the left side, 5K on the right side. We no longer have the $50 cash incentive. The next up is the Sapphire, and there's the Apple Watch. And that's with 20K on the left side, 20K on the right side. The next one is Ruby, 80K on each side, and you earn an iPhone or the money instead. Same thing with the Apple Watch. Next up is the Emerald, which is a Book Pro, or the money, and it's 250,000 on each one of your signs or your accounts that you are developing. Next one is the Diamond, 750,000 each side, which is basically 2 emeralds, emerald on the left side and emerald on the right side. Same thing too with the emerald, it would be the ruby on the left side and ruby on the right side. Now with the blue diamond, it's 2 million on each side, and you receive a wonderful, wonderful created ring specifically for us. Next one up is the Black Diamond, which is 4 million each side, and the Crown Diamond, 8 million on each side, and the Lamborghini or the cash. Aim for receiving the Lamborghini. Now the next up, and they're creating a new rank right after this, and this is to earn a home inside of Dubai. Now, details to follow really soon. The Validus roadmap from 2021 to 2026. In 2021, we pre-launched in August of 2021. The launch actually happened in March of 2022. Now, the full year with the new compensation plan will be November of 2022 to celebrate here. Now, through all of this, with the momentum growing, we have over 200,000 people globally in Validus, and we're aiming towards 1 million members and over $1 billion in revenue. Thank you very much for joining and listening today. Now, we have a special guest. I want to introduce you to Nicholas Leonarda. He has 5x'd his money every 6 weeks for 2.5 years. We're learning from him, and he's built the academy here for us globally, inside Discord and our classes as well. Now, here we're able to take our additional money and then do the institutional trading exactly like Nicholas does, as he's an institutional trader, and he trains us how to analyze and assess ourselves and assess our state of mind even before we trade and do a log. Without further ado, here is Nicholas Leonarda.
Nicholas Leonarda. I am the lead educator for our Forex course that we have created. Just a little background on myself. I am a teacher by trade, so I'm a qualified teacher, and I've been teaching for around 6 or 7 years, not just Forex. I've been teaching all sorts of subjects, to be fair: maths, English, business studies, accounting, finance, digital marketing, many different subjects at a sort of college degree level. So hence why we at Validus have created a course that will allow all our students from the bottom all the way to the top to gain an understanding of what Forex is and build their skill set to sort of a more expert level. So I do get this question quite a lot: is the course beginner friendly? And yes, it is beginner friendly. It's designed to take you from zero knowledge to hopefully a profitable trader, as long as you put in the work that you need to become a profitable trader. So that's me. We have got my Instagram here if anybody wants to give me a follow, Nicholas Leonarda. But we'll quickly move on. And I'm just going to minimize all the faces, sorry. So just very quickly, we at Validus have created 8 levels of education, ranging from $50 in our TP50 package all the way up to $10,000 in our TP 10,000 package. And just so you are all aware, this is completely separate now. So the education, we've got our education, and you also get your loyalty bonuses. I won't be discussing the loyalty bonuses, etc., etc. However, I'm here purely to talk about the education. And in the education, we have broken down the different training packages into 3 distinct sections. So we have our introduction, which is from the TP50 up to the TP250. Then we have our advanced element of the course, which is from TP500 to TP3000. And then we've got the expert element, which is from TP5000 to TP10000. I'm just going to press record. Sorry, I forgot to do this last time.
Recording in progress.
I'm just recording the session. So we've got our 3 distinct sections. And if, for example, you sign up to the TP1000, you will gain access to everything from TP1000 and down. Okay, so you will have access to the most basic elements in the TP50 all the way up to some more advanced elements. Likewise, if you buy a TP10000, you have access to the whole curriculum. And on the flip side, if you buy a TP50, then you only have access to the TP50. You need to then buy TP100 to get access, etc., etc. Now, in the introductory element, as I said before, we start from the very, very basic of Forex. So we will teach you, firstly, what Forex is, what a candlestick is, what trends are, etc., etc. So the very basic element of Forex. We even show you what brokers are, what to look out for in a broker, what different platforms you can use to trade with. I use TradingView to do my analysis. There's many other ones out there. We look at indicators. Although the strategy does not use indicators, we still inform you what they are and how they can be used. And we look at volume, why it's important to trade during different sessions, during specific sessions, namely because of volume. We look at Fibonacci, the importance of multi-time frame analysis. So looking at the charts from a higher time frame and working your way down to a lower time frame to gain your entry. That's all in the introduction element. When you go up into the advanced element, we start to look at our smart money concepts. And the course itself is all built on smart money concepts. Now, smart money concepts, it's sort of a buzzword in trading at the moment. And it is a strategy like any other strategy that if you learn and you put the time in and you back test, will be a successful strategy, just like other strategies. Now, the difference between smart money concept trading and, support resistance, break and retest, patterns, the difference between those two is that those smart money and the others is that smart money concept trading specifically looks at the manipulation that is occurring within the market. And we're looking to enter after that's occurred, targeting other people's stop losses. So what we mean by that is, and I'm sure this has happened to yourselves, it happened to me before I started to trade smart money concepts, is you enter a trade, let's say off a support resistance line, you enter, it goes in your favor a little bit, then it shoots past, takes you out at break even or at a loss, and then continues down in the way you thought it would go. That happens to most retail traders, hence why 95% of retail traders lose. Smart money concept is retail trading. Now, what smart money concepts is essentially looking for the footprint that is left behind by these big banks, by these institutions, these financial powerhouses that are entering the market. And then we essentially look to enter when they come back to mitigate their institutional candle or their last up candle that was created to trick people into going the opposite way. So we look to take advantage of this, hence why it's a slightly more accurate trading strategy. In the advanced element, as I said, we firstly look at the main pillars of smart money concepts, which are liquidity, manipulation, imbalances, and mitigation. And when we go up to the TP1000, we start to look at some specific concepts that you can employ to form your smart money trading strategy. So we look at the institutional footprint, which will be their institutional candles. Some people call them order blocks. Some people will call them last up, last down candles. Very similar concepts. We look at the algorithm. Now, the system, the trading system itself, so the system that creates the charts is an algorithm. It's a computer program. And once you realize this, it sort of changes the game for you because it makes you understand that the market must do certain things to function correctly. And this is not just Forex. This applies to Forex, to crypto, to commodities, to stocks, shares, etc., etc. It applies to every single thing that you can trade using, the candlestick charts or charting software. So this is not just specifically for Forex, although we focus mainly on Forex. It's not specifically for Forex. In the TP1000, you also get access to our weekly Smart Money Concept call, which is a call that we we have on a Monday at 5 p.m. UK time, where we essentially learn a strategy each week. Sometimes it will be, for example, my favorite trading strategy. Sometimes it will be Asia breakout. Sometimes it will be Wyckoff. Sometimes it will be about mindset, about when to take profit, about how much to risk, etc., etc. So we incorporate a huge amount of value within this call. When you move up to the TP 3000, you specifically get access to some of the most powerful strategies that you can employ to enter your trades. Okay, so as I said, my signature trade strategy, the one that I like to trade the most, it's not, I didn't invent it, I've tweaked it to suit myself, but this is my favorite one, and there's many other ones. In fact, this week on the Smart Money Concept call, we looked at this monthly, weekly, high-low reversal strategy, which paid huge dividends, in fact, on any on GU, on pound versus dollar. And you get access to our second weekly call, which is our session open call. This is the London session open call. So I do apologize, for some people, it's extremely early, and for some people, it's extremely late. However, this is when the markets start to open, which is we take the call at 7:15 a.m. UK time to 8:15 a.m. UK time, and we aim to mark up our charts and mark up the areas that we're looking to enter our trades for that day or the following day. And this session, for anybody who is here, who has been on this session, we've done 5 of these so far for the last sort of 5 weeks. And each time we have called multiple correct pairs of areas that you can take your trades from. So it's a really high valuable session. We've got actually into 2 trades live during these sessions over the 5 weeks. Both have gone on to, one went on to hit full TP, the first went on to hit our first TP, which in my trading style is where I take the majority of my profit. And that's on a Thursday at 9:15 to 8:15. Then we've got the expert element of the course. That's TP 5000 up to TP 10,000. And this is really where you can start to change your life through trading, because you can learn the strategies, and people are able to learn the strategies. However, they're not able to master their psychology. And what this means is that they invent trades that they say fits into these strategies when it doesn't. When they enter these trades, it loses, and then they go back to it and they say, wow, I shouldn't have actually entered there. However, because they're not able to master their mindset, they're scared of missing out on a trade. Especially if you're new, you're always scared to miss out on trades. You jump into trades, you overexpose yourself to risk. Also, traders lose, by the way, everyone. Okay, traders lose trades. Traders miss trades. This doesn't mean that the strategy doesn't work. It means that on that occasion, you lost. And that's fine. It happens. No matter how good your strategy is, you will never have a 100% hit rate. Impossible. Okay, absolutely impossible. What you aim to have is a hit rate above 50%, because if you do, and you are able to manage your risk, where you can risk only 1% per trade, and let's say you take on average, our trades are 1 to 6, between 1 to 6 and 1 to 10, the trades that we take. So let's say on the lower end, 1 to 6, if I'm risking 1 trade and 1%, and I take 10 trades, if I know that I'm going to lose 5 and win 5, I know that on that 1 to 6, I've lost 5 times, so I've lost 5%, but I've also won 5 times. And at the lower end of the scale of a 1 to 6, I've made 6, 12, 18, 24, 30%, but I've lost 5%. So I've won 25%. So this is why risk management and trade management and compounding your account is extremely important. And we learn all about that in the TP 5000. You also get access to a tailored trading plan, which is coming soon. It's a psychometric test that everybody needs to take who is in this. And then we will be able to see your mindset, your risk aversion, what time of day you're able to trade, that sort of thing. And we will create a tailored trading plan to suit your needs. And you get access to the final weekly trade recap call here, which is on a Saturday, which is a very, very important call. And we essentially look back on the trades we've taken in the week. We look at the ones that went right. We look at the ones that went wrong, why they went wrong, see what we can, sort of how we can eliminate that from happening again. Sometimes it will just happen. You've not done anything wrong. And we also look to forecast what could possibly happen in the coming week. So a really, really important trade recap call. Saturday, 11:30 a.m. UK time to 12:30 p.m. UK time. Nice and early. Well, not too early, but it's a really good call, that one. And then finally, we've got the TP 10,000, which is our Forex Mastery, where you get access to my trade ideas. You also get access to a online mentorship through a Discord. Everybody who signs up to Validus get access to our Discord. Okay, everybody, and there's lots of communication that goes on within the Discord. However, on the online mentorship, it's a slightly more in depth, and I'll get back to you essentially whenever, when you talk to me, I'll get back to you straight away to answer any questions, and I'll share very in-depth chart analysis. And finally, which is very, very important, you get access to funding assistance. And what this is essentially, we haven't really, as obviously the course is quite new, we haven't got people that are looking for funding at the moment. But as this comes, what this will be is essentially give you all the guidance that you need to gain a funded account. A funded account, everybody, is where you pass a very strict test. I'm a funded trader, where you pass a very strict test that, if you pass, will allow you to get access to somebody else's money to trade, basically. And it's, anything from $50,000 all the way up to millions of dollars that you can do these tests. And you can imagine, let's say you've got a $100,000 account. If you make 5% on a trade, that's $5,000 on one trade. That's a huge amount of money for anybody. And we will basically talk you through the process. We don't do it for you. Okay, we do not do it for you. Obviously, you get my trade ideas, but we don't do the course for you, the assessment for you. But what we do is give you all the guidance that you need, the mental guidance, because it's difficult trading larger sums of money. It's difficult to manage your endurance for 60 days. Most of these tests are. There's 2 elements, and they last 2 months, 1 month each. It's very difficult to manage your endurance and stay disciplined for that time, knowing that you're not getting any money, although you're winning some really, really good trades. So we talk you through all of that. And plus, in the TP 10,000, you get access to future content. Sorry, 1 second. You get access to future content, which is things like footprint analysis, VWAP, depth of market. And these are essentially, a lot of people say smart money traders trade like the banks, which is not true. We look for the footprint that the banks leave behind. The banks or the institutions use these tools, footprint analysis, which allows you to see in the charts and in the candlestick to see how many people are buying and how many people are selling at the price point that you're in. You can see it live in the candlestick. Fantastic tool. When paired with an institutional candle or institutional footprint or last up, last down, you can see if you've marked up an area where you believe price may reverse, and you can see confirmation on the footprint analysis, you can imagine how powerful that is, because you can see the big sellers or the big buyers coming in. So some really exciting things coming to the TP 10,000. We're slowly building all the content, and we should have it done in the next, we've got most of it built, but we're adding bits and bits. And we are a course, everybody, okay? So we are not just a YouTube video. I just want to show everybody this. We're not a YouTube video course here. We are a fully blown educational course, providing you the information that you need and the guidance you need to, as long as you put the work in, become a profitable trader. So this is our course handbook, which is just going through finalization. But we've got here our introduction into what the course is, our aim for the course, some inspiration, obviously, the different packages that we offer and what's included in each package. Let me just zoom through this. And also our learning resources. This is what I wanted to show everybody. So you don't just get access to video tutorials. You obviously get access to live webinars. You get access to PowerPoints for each video tutorial. You get information sheets such as this consolidation sheet. There's lots of these ones. You get guides on how to do things, like, for example, this trade checklist, which you can print off and tick off to make sure you're not rushing into trades. You get quizzes and assessments. You get the online Q&A through the Discord, and you're going to have very soon interactive videos coming, which you can sort of interact and communicate with the content and answer questions live while you're watching the video. So we are not a YouTube course here. We're not an Instagram blogger who has decided to create a course. We have created a course. I am obviously a teacher, as I said, qualified teacher who's been inspected by Ofsted and scored the highest grade possible that you can score from Ofsted in the UK. And we are designing our course just like a college would design their course, okay, providing you all with the necessary information and guidance that you need. If there's any questions, I'll quickly have a look through the chat box. I think everybody should be okay. Fantastic. The courses are, you access it through our back office, everybody. So let me quickly show you before I actually get onto the charts and break down the charts. So literally everyone, all you do is go into your, my mind's gone blank, your Validus team app. You just go into here. It doesn't let me do it on my Wi-Fi for some reason. So essentially, everybody, what you do is you go into the Validus team app and then click on the education button. When you click on the education button, you then go into you'll be presented with the education page. At the top, it says there's another button that says education. Click that and you go into our back office where all the videos are. There is a new system coming in the near future. However, for now, this is how we access it. And also, you have got access to a lot of things on our Discord. So this is our Discord server where we've got the different, so if you're not a member of the Discord, please do join. You've got the different slideshows, the different information sheets. We've got quizzes. We've got some more quizzes here in the TP100. Again, all the information, everything's here. This is growing on a daily and weekly basis, everybody. And then if you are a member of the Discord, you can obviously access the calls, the weekly calls from the back office, from the education portal, but you can also access the recordings of the weekly calls right here. Okay, so you can watch back on these. These are fantastic videos to watch, everybody. If you're not a member of the Discord, once I finish speaking, I will pop it in the chat box. You will not be able to access the Discord unless you complete a verification. So if anybody here isn't a member of Validus, you will not be verified. But if you are, once I've handed over to our fantastic guest today, I will pop it in the chat box for you. Okay. So just quickly, I'm just going to download. I'm just going to talk over a trade on Bitcoin, actually. And if anybody is in the Discord here, I was telling everybody on the Discord that we expect Monday, Tuesday to be fairly quiet until 1:30 on Tuesday, or 1 o'clock, was it? Yeah, 1 o'clock, 1:30 on Tuesday. It was 1:30 actually on Tuesday, which is when the US, for any US pairs, I expected the market to be quiet, which is when the US inflation rates were out for this month. And as you can see at that time of 1:30, any pair to do with the dollar plummeted. So if I go here, down, here, down, oh no, that's the US. The US is first, so it went up, sorry. Where we got more here, down, Euro USD, the same, down. And what we're looking at today, Bitcoin down, also gold, sorry, let's not ignore gold, everyone. gold down as well. Okay, so this was expected, and it was mentioned in our Discord in the group, because the expected inflation was to be higher than what it was previously. And that is seen as a good indicator for the dollar to strengthen. Why? Because interest rates are soon to follow being increased. Now, obviously, that's bad for the economy in the sense that it's bad for us as a general public. If the interest rate in your home country goes up, it means that it's more expensive to borrow money. Also, it normally means that inflation is high, which means the cost of living is higher. Now, for these reasons, that's bad for us. However, if interest rates are increasing, and it's increasing most drastically in the US, if you're somebody with millions of dollars or pounds, let's say, you've got millions of pounds, and you see, oh, the interest rate in America is 1% higher than in the UK. What does that mean? It means that I'm going to get more interest out of the money that I've got. So what am I going to do? I'm going to transfer my pounds to dollars. So the strength of the dollar increases. So that's a bit of fundamentals there behind this, okay? Now with crypto, and again, we went through this in the weekly call, the weekly recap call on Saturday. I had one of the participants ask me what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin. And now I've said that I obviously want it to go up because I'm holding crypto in general. However, because crypto is a risky asset, you expect it during times of high inflation and recession, you expect it to drop, the value to drop, which has obviously been happening. There's a lot more FUD, obviously, fear around crypto, but you expect it to drop because, again, if you are somebody who has got a lot of money, an institution, an investment house, whatever you are, you will take a large portion of your funds away from the riskier assets and into more secure assets, especially with what has been going on with, different sort of brokers, crypto brokers, etc., going bankrupt, liquidity crisis, etc., etc. So this was very much anticipated. And what I want to show everybody here is the concepts that we look at. So when we're looking to enter a trade, let's say we're looking to sell. So I'm going to specifically look at this area here. If we're looking to sell, we are looking for the last up candle before price broke significant lows and took liquidity. We're looking for price to retrace back to that zone for us to then enter on our sells. We're also looking for imbalances to be created. So let me just make this a bit smaller. There we go. Sorry, just make it a bit nice and big for you. And we're also looking for example, this one here. We're looking for, as this last up was created and then price broke down, we're looking for imbalances to be created. And on the hourly here, we can see a huge imbalance. So for those of you who are new, an imbalance is essentially for the market, and this is where the algorithm of the market comes into play. For the market to trade effectively, it must be in balance, or it must rebalance. So when we have such a huge sell-off, the wick of the candle after and the wick of the candle before should touch. So essentially, this candle here, its wick should come all the way back up here to touch the wick of the candle before, so that the market has traded in balance. Like you see this wick here and this wick here, they meet. Same here, this wick here, they meet. This wick here, it meets, etc., etc. And if it doesn't, it needs to come back up to it, like here, you see, the wick here and the wick here doesn't touch, so price comes back up to it, literally to a T, and then drops down again. So we want to play on this. We want to take advantage of this. So we've got this big imbalance and we've got this last up. Now, it doesn't mean that just because you have a last up and an imbalance that you should be entering every trade that comes up to those areas. What you also need to look at is, did this last push up break structure to the downside and take liquidity? Now, what do we have here? We've got this low. So this last push up was responsible for sponsoring the break of structure. So it took that low. It also sponsored this low being taken. Right here. Just zoom back in, sorry. So we can see that this last up is the last up candle before price broke two swing lows. Yeah, two swing lows. So this is quite a significant candle. Yeah, and so we've got that number one confluence. We've got a last up that pushed price and broke structure to the downside. Number two confluence, we've got imbalances. Number three, what we're doing is essentially waiting. So let me just mark this out. We're waiting. Actually, I'll mark it in a minute. We're waiting for price to come back to this zone. And we can see that it does it, but I'm going to show you how precisely it does it in a second. When price is coming back up to this zone, we also want it to create liquidity as it's coming back up, that it breaks. So you've got double tops here, which is essentially people selling. This is sellers' liquidity. Their stop losses will be above here. And again, as we're approaching, we've got another triple top, which is again seller liquidity, which is people selling from this zone. Yeah. So as it's approaching our zone, we want to see these double tops being broken. We want to see these triple tops being broken as it pushes into our zone. Now, what did I say a second ago? I said that imbalances, the market needs to balance, okay? And when you've got a last up and an imbalance, your ideal entry is, I'm just going to make sure that I put this at the exact spot so we can all see right there. So we've got if price comes back up to here, it's closed the imbalance. So the market has traded now, it's back in and it's rebalanced. And it's also tapped the last up candle, which essentially the reason it needs to do this is because this is a trick candle. This candle here has tricked people into buying, okay? Because it looks like now price is going to come up. So we know that it's tricked people into buying, or we know that people are buying here because it's a green candle on the hourly. And then what that does is when enough people are buying, it allows the big institutions to then sell with aggression. So they buy price up here, then they get more buying from other buyers. So then they sell. Now, as they've sold, they're still buying here. So they're in drawdown, they're losing money. Now, obviously, institutions are not like us. They can handle a huge loss because they're not actually going to close that trade until they return price back. And what I want to show you is how precise the strategy is and how you can use news to take advantage of this. So if I just show you all here, so we've got our liquidity that was built first. I have to zoom out, sorry. And that's how precise this is. It literally taps that area, closes the imbalance, taps the last up, and then plummets. Okay. And this is my favorite trade setup. And the reason is it doesn't come around that often. It might come around every few weeks. However, when it comes around, the move is aggressive. And literally, if I just show you here, everybody, from the point it tapped that line to the point, sorry, my apologies, from the point it tapped this line to the point it came back, it came down to, I would have taken profit in this area here, right here. From that point, it was 8 hours, and on Bitcoin, it was 234,000 pips, which is 23,000 normal pips. So you can see it's a huge move with a lot of aggression. And just quickly, I'm not going to talk about this, but you can see the exact same thing occurring here, the exact same thing occurring here, the same principle. Last up, taps it, drops down. Your USD. This is actually the one I traded, and my entry missed by 0.6 6 pips, so not even 1 pip. Very agonizing. It missed my entry by a tiny bit. And the reason was I went down to get slightly lower time frame so I could make my stop loss a bit smaller. Unfortunately, I missed it. If I traded it on GU, it would have tagged me in. Same, likewise, if I traded it on Bitcoin. However, I only trade sort of 1 pip at a time. Don't want to expose yourself to too much risk. So that is essentially what I wanted to talk about today. And you can see how powerful the concepts are. Yeah, you can see how powerful they are. Now, the market during COVID, no, you don't need bots, but it's very, and since COVID and even now, very volatile. So the moves are big, which is good.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, for sharing the Academy. And everyone that's tuned in today, thank you very much for listening about the Validus Business Update. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, comment down below, and go into the descriptor, join the Telegram, reach out to me directly, DM me any questions. Your girl MC signing off for today, and we will see you on the next vlog.